So what's your thoughts about running with a band?
So happy, so happy.
My name is Peter Chamlili. I'm the Executive Director of PNG Sports Foundation. PNG Sports Foundation is the mandated body or agency, statutory body of the government which looks at developing sports throughout Papua New Guinea, right at the grassroots all the way up to the elite, of which when the athlete becomes an elite, a so-called elite, then the next pathway is to go through the Olympic Committee, which are our key partners. The dynamics of sports where it is today and where it wants to go is incredible. The support given by the government, as you can see, it's evident around us. We've had a very successful event, which is the Pacific Games. It has just changed the perception of Papua New Guineans. We're trying to really put a very clear line in terms of what we do, what our primary responsibility is to deliver programs and administering sporting activities throughout the country, and provide a arm's length to the way facilities are being managed. We believe it is the way forward, and hence we have to be mindful of the fact that whilst these facilities have to be maintained and upkept to a certain level, they also must be able to generate revenue. Because the long term is the government obviously envisions that these facilities will become self-sustaining. And it is for the people of Papua New Guinea. These facilities will be made affordable for everyone to constantly use. At the same time, I think the general public also needs to appreciate that you too need to take him ownership, look out him something time you may come participate or come actively be audience at these facilities, because it's a give and take. These facilities belong to the people of Papua New Guinea. We run generic administrative programs throughout the country. One big event that is covered by the country is the PNG Games. PNG Games is our biggest activity. PNG Games drives 11,000 athletes and officials. It's the biggest event throughout the Pacific. It's bigger than the Olympic, bigger than the Commonwealth, bigger than the Pacific Games. Foundation actually administers the PNG Games. It's 22 provinces coming together. It's nations within a nation, so to speak. We've got the capacity to deliver these games. We've been delivering it for the last 10, 12 years, maybe more. It's going to get better. We're refining it now. These facilities will become the stepping stone for us to take our game to the next level. Having said that, the PNG Games has always been a catalyst for change within provinces. We're the only agency that we cross-cut in all issues of our community, right from from our community right up right to the political level. Some of the refocusing and re-strategizing is to bring sports out to the provinces. And the greatest indicator to see how well sports has developed is through the PNG Games. And that for me, the PNG Games is a reflection of how well the organization has actually achieved its objectives and some of its responsibilities. It actually is a very good indicator for the organization itself. So 2016 again will be one of those events where, or the event that will reflect where we've gone as a sporting country and how well the organization has delivered some of its programs. Now, the Pacific Games obviously would have really propelled a lot of energy and enthusiasm for athletes to do a lot better at the PNG Games. So I wouldn't be surprised if there'll be records even trying to be set at the PNG Games that be competitively similar to what the PNG Games has actually, or the Pacific Games has achieved in 2015.
I used to live in East Pacific Province, and at that time a lot of the other sports like soccer, rugby, basketball and volleyball, other sports were not administrated properly, so a lot of sports folded, and the whole community was like without any recreational activity. And there was a lot of, I would say, unproductive activity, like, you know, drinking too much, and with my employees and myself as well. So one time we decided to come up with something that the long weekend, doing something productive. Yeah. But we decided to call it the Sipik Ironman. It's called Sipik Ironman now, but its original intention was like Sipik Ironman. In Tok Pisin means, you know, I'm strong. So we had 20 teams compete. So we started the race with a run, because Papua New Guineans are good runners, and then we put the cycle in, we put the swim, and then after the swim we put another run leg in again, just so to make sure that we did Papua New Guineans won. So, and then at that same year we also invited Ryan Pinney to come and just to give a motivational speech to the kids in the community. But his family wrote back and said, no, Ryan Pinney would rather like to compete. So we got him joined up with Brandy High School, and that year it generated a lot of interest from the community. Ryan Pinney came and competed for Brandy, and they won. And the following year, the event just grew until now. It's 11 years since then. We've the Sipik Ironman is now like synonymous with triathlon these days. And you know, we've got kids coming out of Iwiwek who are now representing Papua New Guinea in elite level triathlon, in the Pacific Games, in World Cup races.
It's about 2 years, but I went to New Zealand last year, went to Guam. Early this year I went to Gold Coast and I went to Fiji last month. Yes, last year Kasi and I, we created a team and we won the Civic Ironman. We won 10,000 kina.
We also have a team of technical officials who've just completed the Pacific Games. So not just about the sports, but it's also about the technical aspect of the sport as well, triathlon. So this is one of the things that Pacific Ironman is now brought to triathlon. We've got a federation that's now registered with the PNG Olympic Committee as well as the International Triathlon Union. They saw that it was a sport that involved a wider community. It was not a sport where it was predominantly male or predominantly female. It was a sport where the whole community was involved.
When we arrived, we were greeted by all the junior club and the full club, so I had these gorgeous 40 faces looking up at me expectantly, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what do I do with these gorgeous people? But we just ran through all the basic clinics, and we did swim clinics, bike skills, we did transition skills, and we did running skills, and all of it was done in the open air. And for me, but it's been an absolute joy to work with a wonderful team of people, and to see the development of these young guys from where they were when I first met them just over 12 months ago to where they are now is just astounding. You know, like not only their development within the sport, but their development as young, from shy young boys to confident young men now. It's just a joy to have had even a small part in that. It's been fantastic.
For me, like before I get into the triathlon, I was like with all the street kids in Quebec, and we were like doing anything we want, like coast travels. And but when I get into triathlon, I just change. Yeah.
Like the past, it's different from now. Triathlon took us out from what we were before. So we were so proud that now we're different, and we see our past friends. You know, we see them differently.
Like they coast travels, but we don't.
But yeah,
I think triathlon is a really tough sport. Yeah. The training is really hard because you have to combine three training. Like you have to train how to swim, bike, and then run. Any sports that if they want to be part of it, yeah, try to be part of it and train. Everything is part of training. If you train hard, you're gonna achieve what you want.
everything is up to you. If you give your time, commitment, everything to what your goal, you're gonna succeed. It's your time and commitment and your effort you put into whatever your goal, you're gonna succeed through.
mi wak long tingim de sala ol pikini blom mi pala time only wak long pila sport especially soccer that oli no bin training mo long kain training now ol pikini blom now oli ka oli wak long training mo de sala pikini now inside time just play come mi looking difference long ol pikini blom mi pala one time ol bubu blom mi pala now.
Just Play is a sports for development program for children aged 6 to 12. Mainly Just Play targets that age group because that's the golden learning age. And throughout the Pacific, Just Play is there in all the Pacific countries. And Just Play came to PNG in 2009. Myself, I didn't know about Just Play. I guess because I was busy playing football that time. And I only found out about Just Play when I joined PNGFA as a volunteer in 2013. I had to sacrifice my paid job and everything else for football because I thought I could give back something to the game that I love playing, and I was given the opportunity to take on the manager's job in 2014. And I found that Just Play is a foundation for developing young kids, and I feel that I want to be part of the change in the lives of kids, and that's why I decided to leave my paid job and came on board to do Just Play.
In this Just Play program, the values that I found out that they respect for girls. Kids in school sometimes they bully the girls or kind of a naughty. But when the Just Play program was introduced, they had a respect for the girls, like equality. Yeah, so it is one of the interesting things that I found out within a short period of time, like from June up until now July. It's just in 1 month interval. And I've seen that some of these small boys are respecting the girls and they are playing together and getting associated them together. So that is one of the things that I found out, and they value themselves and they respect one another when we're talking about equality. Yeah, so this is really encouraging and for the kids.
After me, boys and girls are equal. Boys and girls are equal. Girls must respect boys. Girls must respect boys. Boys must respect girls. Boys must respect girls. We are all equal. We are all equal. Thank you. One train clap. Let's go. Well done. Thank you.
Mi wak long lukim sampala pikini husati involved long this program. Long family inside long family belong all no stop good. But time only can play. Only swim all of them only good pala pikini. Only come out long this family where family got problem conflict is now. But time only come long sport, not problem. I'm only interest long sport. So only lose some problem long place, and only come long field, long come similar some, only come meet him. New family inside long field, all of friends, not picking. So that something me looking long family problem, mangi got problem. Time come long sport, me do something long problem long.
Yeah, I found that it has a lot of good things in terms of helping young kids and helping to develop young people in our communities and schools. And also, there is also a lot of pathways in Just Play, going through football if kids are interested in sports and things like that. It's not necessarily football, it's everything in life.